Hi, my name is Jamie and welcome to my cross stitching channel. Today is Sunday, March 6th, and this is Flosstube number 7. So today we're just going to be doing a regular whip update. I worked on 5 projects this week, and near the end I'm going to be doing more of a announcement milestone kind of thing. So if you stick around to the end of my whips, then we'll go over that. So I have been doing a better job at keeping track of when I've been stitching things and how much I've been stitching. I don't count my stitches on things that aren't in Pattern Keeper, so like some of my samplers that are on paper, but I can still give you an idea of how many I did for my Pattern Keeper stuff. So I started out this week on Sunday and Monday. I worked on Tarot Town 2, which looks like this. It is a Heaven and Earth design chart, and the artist is Ciro Marchetti. And I am stitching mine on 25 count Magic Guide by DMC, 2/1 10 stitch. And I had to pull the grime guard off to fit it in the bag, so it's gonna be a little messy. So I did end up, I mentioned in, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before, that I was thinking about moving my Q-snap over and working on a different section, since my goal on this is percentage and not pages. So that's what I did. So I moved over and this is where we got to. So I was working over on this area over here in the background around this balloon, but I decided to jump over here. And I've been bringing down this wheel a little bit on either side and then just working in these big posts in the middle, which has been nice. I was getting very, very tired of the blues and the purples and the gray, so. But yeah, I still love it. Every time I work on it, I love it. So, I'm happy with how it's coming out. I did forget just how much confetti is in this wheel and like these little bars and things. It's a lot, but it's been nice to work on something else, so. I'm gonna keep working in this section. I think I'm focusing on like this area here. I'm not sure exactly how far over I'll go. I'm kind of just focusing on items rather than, or like objects in the picture rather than pages, just because I get bored. So that's where I'm on that one. And I got about 600 stitches in those 2 days. I had a little bit of a tough time like feeling motivated to work on it, so I would kind of wait till the last second and then I wouldn't work on it very much, so but still progress. So that was the first one I worked on. And then on Tuesday I pulled out Pandemic, which looks like this, and this is a pattern from Long Dog Samplers, and I'm stitching mine on a 28 count Helix Lugana, not 2/1, 1/1 full crosses with DMC color 939. And I got a page finish. So this is where we got to from last time. Finally finished this top page up here. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I just worked, I think like this whole motif and then like the top part of this, like part of this was done. So I filled in both of the other sides of this and then I just brought it all the way down into the rest of this motif here. Started on this little squirrel over here. And I did 629 stitches in that one night to get the page finish. I actually went well over the page finish, but I did it. Really enjoying this one, how it's turning out. I do get burnt out with the 939, which is why I only worked on it for like 1 day. But it is easy to get lots of stitches in a relatively short amount of time. So that was the second thing I worked on. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I worked on the Winter Sampler, which looks like this. It's a design from Kooler Design Studio. The artist is Orton, and I believe, yeah, I saw it. It's still on their website. You can get it from there. I'm stitching this one on 18 count Antique White Ada, 2/1. This is where we got from last time. every time I work on this, I'm in love with it. I really need to work on it more because I am altering my plans with this one a little bit. My original plan was to finish this page by the end of February. Obviously that didn't happen. So where I want to get 3 page finishes plus the backstitch this year, I actually am going to try to finish 1 page every 4 months, since that's a quarter of the year. And then, so this one, I won't need to finish this page until the end of April, which is good, because clearly I don't work on it enough. And so it's a little slow going, but oh my gosh. You guys ever do that where you're working on something and you don't really get the detail until you look at it like on a video or something? You're like, oh, because I didn't realize that these were like snowbanks right there. Up against, this is like a lake that's like a frozen lake that there's, this is the start of the outline of one of the skaters on there. That looks really cool. I need to back up from these more often. So I did a bunch more in this white, filled in this lake, and then, yep, did some more around here in the snow. Trying to get through that white. It's, when you're stitching on a light fabric with white, gets a little tedious after a while. So it was nice to have like some of these blues and stuff to break it up, but I really like how this one's turning out too. So my goal is to finish the stitching by the end of March, and then I will leave April to the back stitching, and then I should have a page finished by the end of April. So yeah. And thank you to anybody who answered me about backstitching as I go, and if that would mess things up. I really appreciate you guys letting me know that you guys do it and it's fine. So I am gonna do it as I go. So that was the 3rd thing I worked on. And then Friday and Saturday I worked on Beloved, which looks like this. It's another Heaven and Earth Designs chart. The artist is Adele Sessler. This is another one I'm doing on 28 count. It's just a plain, just a plain white Lugana 2/110 stitch, which is what I do for all my full coverage. And then, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to do math really quick in my head. So I got almost 800 stitches on this one in 2 days. So this is where we are from last time. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so when I put a side by side, you can actually see everything. So I just kept working down in his face here, just kept filling in color after color. This actually was a really nice section because it was kind of like strips of color. So I'd like do one and then drop down, do another. So it was really easy to get it filled in. But he has a lip now. Yay. It was a little odd. Because there's so few colors, sometimes the color combinations look a little funny until it starts coming together and you're like, oh, I get it now. So, but I think it's coming along really well. It's nice to like not just have this random dark strip out in the middle of nowhere. It's actually gonna blend in soon. So I don't know if I'm trying to finish this whole page and then like move over and do more in here. I'm not really. I've just been kind of like working where I want to work, which has been his face because I really like how it's turning out. So that is my progress on Beloved. I think it's turning out really well. All right, sorry, I have all my bags down here. It's just easier than trying to like turn around and get them. So, all right, so the last thing I worked on, and I literally put in like, I could probably count how many I put in. I don't know, like 25 or 30 stitches maybe. But I have a new start. So I asked you guys to help me pick a new start. I showed you a bunch of patterns that I was looking at since I UFO'd the Gardener's Paradise. I wanted to pull in a different one. And you guys, it was pretty unanimous. Well, not unanimous. There were 2 that were the front runners. Most people said either the Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale or Paris of My Dreams. Those seem to be the most popular. And while I love the Once Upon a Fairy Tale, it's huge And I do have fabric and stuff for it, but I'm already doing one that's like a super size. So I went with Paris of My Dreams, which looks like this. So I went, Joanne had a sale on their floss. It was like 45 cents a skein or something like that. So I went and I got all the floss that I needed for this one. I also got all the floss I needed for my Mirabilia, which still can't start. I did finally pick a fabric for that one, but it's gonna take a little while to get here. So I'm just waiting on that. But yeah, so I went ahead and I started Paris of My Dreams this morning because it took me forever to put all my floss and everything away. Doesn't look like anything yet. I have debated even showing it, but I was excited to have a new start. So just a little bit of black up there. So we'll get her going. This is like, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, where they start and they're like, it doesn't look like anything. And then you get to like far enough and you're like, oh, it's starting to really look like something. So I'm kind of in that stage where it's like, it's just a bunch of color splotches. I don't know. So that's Paris of My Dreams. I won't have a side by side because clearly this is a new start. But yeah, maybe 20 or 30 stitches. So we'll get that one going. I'm excited to have that in my rotation now. I love the colors too. I should have brought the floss box in so I could show you guys all the colors, but that's okay. Maybe another time. Okay, so that's all my whip progress this week. I felt like I did pretty well. I had some mental health, personal life stuff come up during the week, so I didn't do as much as I was planning to, but that's okay. I still got 5 of my projects worked on, which is what's important, right? So moving on to the milestone announcement stuff. So I broke 500 subscribers, which is amazing and awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much. I was like, when I said that I wanted to do a giveaway and stuff, when I reached 500, I was sitting there and I was like, there's no way I'm going to reach 500. Nope. There's not that many people that want to watch my videos and stuff. And I was proven wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway, which is what I said I was going to do when I hit 500. So I'm going to give away 2 charts. They are going to both be Heaven and Earth design. And I know not everybody uses Pattern Keeper, and not everybody uses paper. So I have, since I UFO'd this, I am going to give away my Heaven and Earth Designs Gardener's Paradise. Originally, it came to me in the hard copy. I paid to have a PDF, so this is a legit copy from Heaven and Earth Designs. So this is the artwork's by Donna Gelsinger. So it's a pretty big piece. It's full coverage. Like you guys know, that's pretty much all I do here. Lots of full coverage and samplers. So this is the first one I'm going to give away. If you want to be entered for this one, I will only be sending the paper chart. So if you don't like paper charts, then obviously don't put your name in for this one. So this is going to be my paper chart giveaway. If you want to be entered for this, use the word paradise somewhere in your comment. And it usually goes without saying, but don't use the word giveaway. Don't use anything that would indicate that there's a giveaway going on in this video, please, in your comment, or I will have to delete it. Please be 18 or older, because if I'm giving you the paper chart, I have to mail it to you and I need to be able to get your address. So, and I am willing to send this. It's not very heavy or anything, so I'm willing to send this anywhere. So that's the first one. And then the second one is going to be also Heaven and Earth design, but it's going to be your choice. I'm not going to choose one for you, so I'll just do the PDF version for the second one. So I will buy you a PDF version of a Heaven and Earth designs chart, whichever one you want. So if you want to be entered for the PDF version, use the word Earth in your comment somewhere, like Heaven and Earth. So again, just leave me a comment if you want to be submitted for either one of those. You can put in your name for both, but if you win one, then obviously you won't be able to win both. I would prefer it if people just entered for one or the other. I think that would be easier. now that I'm thinking about it. So that's my giveaway that I'm going to be doing. I come back weekly, so I will give people time until, I usually film in the like Sunday afternoon, so I will give people until March 13th at noon to enter, and then I'll cut it off from there, since I usually film an hour or 2 hours after that. So if you want to be entered, please comment. I would love to give this away to someone who possibly has never started a full coverage or only has maybe 1 or 2. So I love full coverage. I like to spread the joy to everybody else and enable other people. So, but anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I think I went over everything, that I was going to go over today. So I hope that everybody is doing well, staying safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.